I had pretty good, my life, I had pretty good relations, and I didn't have no problems. They were minor ones, nothing serious, like somebody try to beat me up or something like that. No.
Now, talking about beating up, we had the Fiestas Patrias.
Yeah.
Uh, was your dad ever involved with the Fiestas Patrias, or you involved with the Fiestas Patrias, or did you just enjoy the Fiestas Patrias?
Well, my dad was a cornet player. Him and Arturo Castorena and Gonzalo Vasquez, he used to play the cornet or the blah, blah, blah. And they used to have a little drum and bugle corps. Couple of girls, tap, tap, with the drums. You
Uh-huh.
know. That was my, and that was my musical career. My dad used to practice at home once in a while,
Uh-huh.
blow the horn, and people would complain because he was making noise. So, but besides that was more or less my concern. And I used to go, they used to have where Circle K is right now, they used to have the stage there.
Oh, that's the corner of 8th and N Street.
Yeah, they used to have a deal there. For the story, they used to have the stage there. They had a booth around it. My dad would give me a whole dollar to buy things. At that time it was 10 cents, 11 cents. Then they started collecting with tax. It wasn't 10 cents, it was 11 cents. Oh, big deal, you know. Still remember that.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I would invite some of my friends that didn't have money. Yeah, I'll buy you a snow cone. I got no money. I'll buy you one. I got money. You know, 10 cents.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Big money. You know.
So the Fiestas Patrias was just kind of a recreation for you.
Recreation and
Uh-huh. And your dad played for the Fiestas Patrias.
yeah, Coronet,
Uh-huh.
Gonzalo, Vasquez, and some drummers there.
Uh-huh.
I used to play. That was about it.
Yeah.
Then they have the regular band, of course. Delgadillo had a band. Emilio Delgadillo had a band. He used to be a teacher in musical instruments. And he would have a group that they would play there, like the American Legion, the national anthem and the Mexican national anthem, like that. And they would have after the stage deal, they would have a dance, you know, around the stage. They clear all the chairs out and they play for the people, dancing people there.
So it was a big fiesta.
Oh, yeah.
16 de septiembre
Yeah, it was a
big
big deal.
fiesta. They had queens that
Queens.
or girls that rent for queen,
Yeah,
and they sold tickets.
sold tickets. The one that sold more tickets was the winner.
Uh-huh.
I remember Monica Alba is a queen. She married Rudy Alba. She was a nice, beautiful girl. Monica Alba. So remember that. And other ones that I can't remember offhand.
And then after they presented the queens, introduced the queens, they had the program on the 16 de septiembre.
Yeah,
Father Hidalgo de Costilla
de Costilla.
leading the battle against the Spanish, and then after that they would have the dance.
The dance.
Uh-huh.
I still remember too, they used to go around the whole neighborhood. The queen, somebody had a truck. They had trucks where you take the orange pickers to work.
Uh-huh.
They would kind of decorate a little bit. They had the queen up there, the whole neighborhood, up and down the street.
So they had a
And then
parade.
then
They had a
a little
parade.
band, Delgadillo,
Uh-huh.
making noise, you know, so people would come out and, oh, there's the queen.
Uh-huh. So they had a parade.
Yeah, I had a little parade there.
Uh-huh. Talking about orange trucks, orange pickers trucks, what did people do for a living back then when you were in the 30s, when you were growing up? Where did people work?
Well, mostly it was it was citrus. A lot of people would go up north to work up in Fresno, whatever. A lot of people would go up there. There was a survival. They go in, as soon as it was out, they go up summer, Fresno, up north. They would come back and have a little money, buy clothes for the kids or whatever. And that's what then the cement came on, and started hiring Mexican people, I guess, at the cement plant. And the PFE, when cement on the cars, freight cars, things like that. It was the main deal there. The cement plant and the PFE was the main place of employment there.
And the
at one time.
citrus.
And the citrus, of
Uh-huh.
course. They go from oranges to grape to anything that men would, any job they could find, make a little money, because most of them they have 1 or 2 kids. They have 4 or 5 kids, so they had to eat. So that was it. It was about it.
Uh-huh. Now, you mentioned that you worked before you worked for the school district, you worked for CalDEC.
Caldec.
Now, what was CalDEC?
Where was it?
What was it?
Well, we just, what was it? They used to make, I'm going to tell you the truth, I can't even remember. I worked there for a little while. But everybody worked at CalDEC. Something minor that they could assemble there. What was it?
TV trays?
TV trays, something like that. They would have something like that.
So it was just, oh, there's Henry. There's Henry. Anyway, let me go to my notes. Also, Coakley, you mentioned that you had credit at the Esperanza Market.
Yeah.
Where did most of the people from South Colton do their shopping?
Grocery shopping or uptown shopping?
Grocery shop. Let's talk about grocery shopping.
Well, they had Esperanza,
Cervantes,
Cervantes, Martinez,
Rodriguez.
then they used to have what was the other one? Boca Negra on 5th Street. There
Well,
was
tell me about Bocanegra and Fifth Street. You were there. You lived there.
Yeah.
And also, Reese had a liquor store there.
Oh, Jimmy Reese.
Yes.
Jimmy Reese, yeah.
Tell me about those 2 places.
Well, Jimmy Reese was kind of crippled, the man. And he had the little liquor store there. And he had a lot of business because all the people would go by there. Like my dad used to go there after the cement plant where they'd buy their beer there and then go up the hill and guzzle it down. And then around we said, Alizarde, Pablino Castro, no, they drink just about every day, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Quarts. No 6-packs at that quarts.
At the Bocanegra grocery store?
Boca Negra, the man and his wife, and I think Bertha, had a daughter named Bertha.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
She-
Bertha and Trini?
Trini, yeah, Trini or Lou. He got in the wrong side of tracks.
Right.
Yeah.
But they were there for a long time.
Oh yeah, there was a business right there on 5th Street. Had all the business of all the people around there.
Uh-huh.
Boca Negra. But up at 7th Street, there was about 2-3 stores. Then, as you go on Ann Street, before you go to the tracks, Aguilera had a store down the bottom. Aguilera. And eventually they moved to Mount Vernon's in San Bernardino. Aguilera had a store there. And Esteban, by the tracks too, on the other side. Then they had Martinez, where they used to make the Mexican bread.
Uh-huh.
And then Tucker came up later on. And Lala Morales, by the church there, where Hollywood used to live,
Mhm.
next to Hollywood's house. All the little stores.
What about La Paloma? What stores did they have
Oh,
there?
the Paloma was there. This, at one time, I don't remember who opened that store. And that, at that time, no, I couldn't remember who owned that store. Paloma. But they had a store, they had a little business there because all the people started going to 7th Street, they would shop there. Yeah, but I can't remember, who was that man? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned 7th Street. They had they had bars, they had restaurants.
Oh, yeah, they had a sombrero, sarape, bolero, and what else? Club Trinidad. He later came on late. Club Trinidad had a bar there. It was next to him, more or less. Yamas had his little liquor store at the corner there. On 7th, 10th, and 7th.
And the pool hall also.
Pool hall. There's a pool hall there. There was,
The barber shop, Ornelas.
oh, Nerlas had a barber shop too.
Yeah.
The building's still there.
Uh-huh.
I get I go to High Grove, get a haircut at his son's barber shop.
Adam.
Adam, I go to Adam's.
Adam Ornelas' barber shop in
Yeah.
High Grove.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
still there. I go there. And in fact, I'm due to go there.
Uh-huh. So that was the grocery shop. What about clothing and shoes and things like that?
Well, there was this people that would come and sell. They would come from I don't know where. Mostly they were. I was not to be prejudiced, but I think they were Jewish people. Used to come and sell clothes with their cars full of pants, shirts, and whatever. They go to the neighborhood and sell clothes until later on.
What year was this, Oakley, that you remember?
Ooh,
Was it the 30s when you were a little kid?
30s, 30s, early 30s, early 40s. They used to come over and sell until the man made a store, opened a store in one of the guys that had a store up north side. He opened a store there. What was his name?
Hellman?
No, Hellman was uptown. Uptown was Hellman and Willis. And J.C. Penney across the street. But down south, what was the man of the store? He was a Jew. I knew he was Jewish. But he had a store there. My dad would trade there too. He would give credit, so
Uh-huh.
buy your clothes there.
Uh-huh.
I had my wardrobe, 2 pairs of pants and about 2 shirts, and about 2 pairs of socks. My wardrobe.
So you were rich?
I was rich.
You were rich.
A lot of them didn't have any.
I know. That's why I
Like,
say you were
they go to
rich.
school,
Yeah.
pobrecitos. They didn't have anything. One set of clothes, and that's it. No sweater. And it was cold when you go like it. To school. I
Yeah.
still remember that.
Well, your friends that were that didn't have clothes,
Yeah.
sweaters. Yeah.
They didn't have more money to go to the show. They charged 10 cents. But my dad, every payday would give me 25 cents. And I would invite Juan Salceda especially. His dad used to work at a cement plant, but I guess he ignored them or something. And I would say, let's go to the show. I ain't got no money. I got a quarter. Let's go to the show. Charge 10 cents.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes he would have 5 or 10, 15 cents. And we would buy a bag of popcorn.
Uh-huh.
We were in heaven.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes we had more money. We had a soda too. We share a soda.
And you were growing up during the time where Colton was segregated. Eh?
Yeah.
There was North Colton, there was South
North
Colton. Now, when did people start getting involved in politics in Colton? And do you remember who the leaders were back then, hopefully, that were running for office or wanting people to register to vote? Who were some of the leaders that back then?
The first man that I can remember that became a councilman was Jeremias. Remember Jeremias?
The boxer.
The boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a councilman at that time. I guess he was one of the first ones.
Okay.
He was the first one there.
Johnny Martinez, ¿verdad?
Gianni Martinez, yeah. Everybody called him Jaramillas. That was his nickname.
Uh-huh.
He was a boxer. And he lived in South Side, by Garfield School, to a two-story house there. And later on,
Well, let's go back to this two-story house. Across the street from Garfield, the two-story house on the corner of Congress and 7th Street?
7th Street.
Oh, that was his, that was his family's.
Yeah, his family
Okay.
lived there.
There used to be a little grocery store lots of years before then. I guess you wouldn't know because you were too young. Yeah. But there used to be a grocery store before that. But anyway, he was the first person to be on the council.
Uh-huh.
And then who else was some of the other leaders of Oakley?
Meño Padilla, the 6th of September, Meño Padilla, and
He was 16th of September.
he was in that committee, the
Uh-huh.
Trabajadores Unidos, or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Meño
How about the
Padilla.
Congress of Community Clubs?
Yeah, Congress Community Clubs. What was the name of that lady? Just lives in the about 2 houses up where I live. She was real active.
B. Hernandez?
B. Hernandez. She was in charge too of that of the Lucky Center. She had an office there too. She was in charge of something in the county or
Uh-huh,
city
uh-huh.
deal.
Who were the other people that you remember that ran for office or who were active in trying to get people to participate in community activities?
Cisneros, those are Cisneros. Marina's dad.
Marina's dad is
Remember
Marina Vidauri now.
Vidari.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she
Vidauri.
was Cisneros. She lived at the end of East End Street.
Yeah,
Yeah. I forgot the father's name, but yeah, the last name was Cisneros.
Cisneros.
Yeah.
Well, he was really active there with his little
What
club.
about Pete Lukey Sr.?
Oh, Pete Luque Sr. también. That's when he started. Then he was elected to the city council later on. Pete Luque. He was all dressed. He always dressed up. He was always to me, he always like he had a suit. And he used to be the announcer for the Mercury Club, softball and hardball.
On Sundays.
On
Sundays.
Sundays.
Uh-huh.
At the park, South Golden Park. Yeah.
What about Pascual Oliva?
Oh, Pascual Oliva became a councilman later on. After the war, Second World War, he became a councilman. I used to hang around with 2 of his brothers,
Uh-huh.
Meño and Val. Both of them died already. I used to hang around. In fact, a lot of people used to hang around that house. Dona Marina was there, the mother. She had about 6, 7 sons. Everybody had a little gathering, brothers. Rudy's still alive. 5 or 6 would come and visit him. And I go with Meño, another 5 or 6 would. And then Chito La Rosa and Lacua, Pascual, Lacua. He had his group. They would go to a dance at San Bernardino.
At the Valley Ballroom?
Valley Ballroom. See who they would always, they didn't like, people from San Bernardino didn't like people from Colton. They would be fighting sometimes there. Yeah, there was the good old days. Everybody used to hang around that house. Sometimes there'd be about 30, 40 people out there.
So
Just-
the
just
Oliva
Oliva.
family was very popular.
Yeah, that was very popular.
Very popular. That's why they were
Yeah.
actively involved in
Yeah,
city activities and politics. And even now, they're still involved.
yeah.
Even now, they're still involved. Yeah.
All I became real active, quiet, friendly to me. Friendly.
And how have things changed in Colton, Oakley? From when you were a little kid, you were born in 1929, and now we're 2014. 2000.
Don't make me younger.
How have things changed in Colton, Oakley?
Well, there's more, to me, there's more participation of us Mexican Americans or whatever you call it, Chicanos, into the politics